Hello, everyone. Welcome to Unveiled Truths by TACM Manchester, where faith meets real life conversation. My name is Feyi, and with me I have
Olufemi, Ayinla.
I'm Abodunrin.
Thank you so much for having time to come by the studio today.
Thank you very much.
Me.
So today we are going to be talking about a very, very interesting topic. Or do you want to first greet our audience? Happy New Year.
Hi everyone, Happy New Year to you. Wishing you the best of the year, and may all our wishes come through in 2025.
Amen.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone watching us. I pray to be a year of unending testimonies.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
So in the spirit of New Year, I want to have a discussion with you where we talk about the myths and the facts about New Year resolutions. So let me ask this question this way. Do you believe in New Year resolutions, sir?
Yeah, for me, I believe that New Year resolution is not bad, it's good. And the reason being that it's always very good to have a review of our lives. And for me, necessarily, it doesn't have to be at the start of the year that you come up with a resolution. A resolution for individuals could be at any time in the point of the year. It could be as you evaluate or as things happen to you and you do a review and you see the things that you need to have done better in your life. So generally, I believe in resolutions, either at the start of the year or at any other point in the year. It's good for individuals to have resolutions. It's just synonymous to what organizations, multinationals, they do at the end of the year. They have their financial year, and at the end of the financial year, they produce their balance sheets, their profit and loss statements that shows them how they are doing as a company. Either they are making more profits or they are having losses, or what they can do to become better in the next financial year. So if companies can do that, individuals too can take stock of how they are doing personally.
To clarify, really,
yeah.
Are you talking about resolutions, or are you being specific, like the question about New Year resolutions?
So I'm specific about New Year resolutions.
Yeah, so I think we should
dwell on the new year.
New Year. So the question is, do you believe in New Year resolutions? Because I think everybody believes in resolutions.
Yeah.
Yeah. But being specific about New Year resolutions, that's
particularly
New Year resolutions.
I believe in it. It's resolution. I believe in it. Yeah. But okay, maybe in the course of the conversations, then we could go a little bit deeper into it.
So what about you, Mr. Joel? Do you believe in New Year resolutions?
Personally, right, the fact that you had New Year to it, I don't really believe in it. That's not to say it's bad. That's not to say that people should not have New Year resolutions. Just that as a person, as my principle, like the principle I live by, I do not really do New Year resolutions. Yes.
Thank you so much for the answers. So from what you have said, it is a personal thing.
Yeah.
You believe that, according to your own principles, someone maybe New Year resolutions might not be the best
for me.
Right? Yeah. So, and if you ask me, I would just say that is the tag that makes it a big thing. To me, New Year, not New Year, is still resolution. So it's but just the tag of New Year resolutions and stuff. That's why it kind of brings this argument, to be honest. So my next question would be, you believe in New Year resolutions?
Yeah.
And you believe in resolutions generally?
Yeah.
So how do you think is the best way to have a New Year resolution? I have my opinion, but do you want me to go?
Go.
Okay, so I believe that if you have a New Year resolution and you want to start to do something in January, because January is the start of a new year, you probably have taken stock of your life over the year, the previous year, in probably December or November. You have seen that, I want to do this thing differently. I believe if you want to do something differently in January, you must have started it in December. So I don't believe in New Year resolution, January 1st, New Year resolution. I believe in November, December, the New Year resolution. So for you, can you go on?
Yeah, I believe in it, and resolutions are personal. Maybe I need to emphasize that again, and because everybody is doing it, does not necessarily mean that you should also do it. Then secondly, I believe if you want to do it, everybody knows his or herself better than any other person. You know yourself, you know what works for you. And the most important things in resolution is a mind that is made up to see a change or an improvement in the quality of life. Now, if the mind is not ready for a change, even if you write 25 pages of resolution and you are not ready to effect that change, it makes no meaning. So the bottom line for me in making resolutions is, as a person, are you actually ready for this change? Yeah, because resolution also talks about, essentially is about having a change in what you do, a change of mindset, a change in approach, a change in tactics. You know, like in football, if the coach comes to the match in the first half with a formation and plays against the opponents and discover that this formation is not working, halftime is for them to go back into the dressing room and the coach will review, my left full back, you are playing rubbish there, move to this position, this move to this position. That is like a resolution, a change. So for me, it's about the person. Are you as a person actually ready for the change? Is your mind made up to effect the change? Because if the mind is not ready and we're just making resolutions is easy to make. There's a saying that if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. So it could be fantastic, but the readiness of the mind to effect it is the most important thing for me. So in making resolution, how do you go about it? You go about it by first being prepared and ready. That I agree in the first sense that the way I'm going is not the best direction. I need to change my direction, and I am ready to give it what it takes to see that come to pass.
Oh, thank you so much for that, sir.
Yeah.
So because you don't believe in resolutions, I'll ask a different question. Because you don't believe in New Year resolutions, by the way. So I'll ask you a question. Do you believe in resolutions at all?
Yes, I do.
So how is the best way to go about a resolution?
So I think that we agree on a lot of things from what you're saying, but I just felt that I like to be academic. And the reason is because of the sentence you put forward, which is the new year. So you were very specific about the new year.
Yeah. Moreover, it's just the start of the year for many people.
I do not believe that you need to wait till the new year to try to change something about yourself, to try to improve a part of your life. I do not believe that. So you're telling me that if at February I want to make a resolution, should I wait till the end of the year and make a New Year resolution? He said something right now about a team where you start playing football, and at halftime, the coach just calls you in and he says, come together. And he says, I do not like what you're doing here. You need to put more effort here. You need to attack better. You don't wait till the end of the match or the start of the new match to do that change. Even while the match is going on, you make changes.
Even on the pitch, you see coaches screaming.
They are talking to the people. So when you say New Year resolution, unfortunately, it has been bastardized. You see people from the beginning of the year, they will say that this year, just for example.
No grief for anybody.
No, I'm just saying this year, no alcohol intake. I want to lead a more healthy life. And by virtue of whatever happens by March, the person took alcohol. And then it does not occur to you that by April, you could make another decision to say, okay, I made a mistake. I need to go. Then the person goes through the whole year with alcohol. Then January of the next year, and I say, I want to make a New Year resolution.
That I'm not taking alcohol again.
No.
Although I want to say something, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know that towards the end of the year, it comes with a lot of reflections.
Agree.
And that's the angle I'm actually looking at. When at the end of the year, you are reflecting on what has happened during the past year.
Agreed.
And you are just trying to take account. As I said, you are taking stock.
Yeah.
And you now want to do things differently.
Agreed.
As much as I believe that you should actually do make resolutions almost every month, I also believe in New Year resolutions. But continue.
And no, so I don't think we have to agree.
Yeah, no.
It's okay.
Yeah,
understand.
It's true.
People believe in new resolutions. I know people that at the start of the year they make resolutions and they're able to go through with it.
Yeah.
People do that, right? It's just that personally I felt like 70 to 80%, in fact, maybe we'll get into that. 70 to 80% of resolutions that are made at the beginning of the year are majorly unrealistic.
I love that.
Now, there's there's a portion of the Bible I opened, which is Proverbs chapter 1 verse 5. It says that a wise man will hear, will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. So, see, it is a continuous thing to improve yourself. It is a continuous thing to want to, improve what you're doing, get into better attitude. It should be a continuous thing. But the challenge we have today is we make it like a ceremony. Now, I understand the fact that at the end of the year, people then try to look back at the year and say, what have I done wrong? What have I done right? What are the things that I should correct? If you do that, 70 to 80% of the time, you identify like 15 things. And then people then take those 15 things as resolution. No. For me, right, that is why I said I don't believe in it. At the beginning of the year, this year, 1 or 2, these are the goals. They are not like, for me, they are not resolutions. They are goals that are attainable. I want to do this. I want to do, okay, this year, I think I want to read more of my Bible. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start on a one verse per day. Then when I build consistency, I go into a chapter a day, and let's see how that goes in the year. If I do that, if by March I had missed like a month, it does not mean I'm going to stop, because by April I will continue. It's a goal I intend to achieve. Yeah. So this is my perception to it. If you tag that as new resolution, that's fine, but I don't see it as a new. I see it as setting a goal that is achievable for the year. It is because something smart. It is specific, it is measurable, it is achievable, it is
realistic.
Right, it is realistic, and it is time bound. So I try to do that.
Yeah, but I love where you are now attacking us from. Yeah. The fact that you have the whole year, right? So you don't need to wait till at the end of the year. Then I will set the goals and achieve them. Like, take actionable steps. Be realistic about it. And I like that. Yeah. I like that. So my next question: people make unrealistic goals. Now imagine, I remember an example that I listened to recently. Imagine I've not read a book for like over 30 years of my life. And I see that people that read books, they actually make sense, right? So I want to start reading books. I now make resolutions this, like for January, that 2025, I'll read 5 books. So it's very unrealistic because you have not started reading at all.
I've never completed a book.
At all. Yeah. So it is very unrealistic. So what are your advice? I'll start with you. So what are your advice to people on how to set goals? I would now say, okay, we are setting goals and not resolutions. Don't let us put it as resolutions again now. So how do you set goals such that they are realistic and attainable? So like, how do you do it? What actions are needed to make sure that you attain those goals? Those are my questions. Do you understand them?
Yeah. So. For me, of course, goal setting is personal.
Yeah.
You know yourself and you know what works for you. So in setting your goals, I mean, you need to be sincere to yourself. Say, for example, like when we're in uni, there are some people that the best time they can study and assimilate is in the night.
Yep.
There are some that is just between 3 and 6 in the night. There are some they can do all night reading. Then you now discover that on campus from 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. you see people going to the lecture theater to go read all through the night, and some people also will join the bandwagon and they will go to class to read, and by the time it's like 10:30 in the night, they are off, and by the time they are waking up maybe 4:30, and by 5 they'll be coming back to the hostel, and when they are coming you see people hailing them. What has he got to do? He has just got to deceive himself. To everybody in the room, they are thinking that he has gone to class to read, but he himself knows that he has just gone there to sleep. So what I'm trying to say is that you as a person know what works for you. That is the beginning. If you know if I need to achieve this goal, this is what I must do to myself. And the moment you are not sincere with yourself, you are not ready to achieve your goals. Be sincere with yourself. This is me. If I need to do this, this is what I must do to be able to do this. For example, he was talking about alcohol the other time. If you know you are a drunk, or how do you put it in English now? If you know you drink, and of course most people that drink, they don't drink alone. They have a group that they drink together. One of the first things that you must do to yourself is either you disassociate yourself from those group, or you make up your mind that you're not going to join them again in drinking. As long as you are still together, it's okay, I'm not going to drink. My resolution is you are not going to drink. I all go to a bar or to a pub. And by the time they are passing it, and I've told you guys I'm not drinking.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way you'll not be tempted to at least take one bottle. And that's it. You get it. So for me, the first thing, know yourself. Haven't know yourself, be sincere with yourself in setting your goals. This is what then again, one of the pressures that we have is by the time we begin to compare ourselves with others. I love it. By the time you begin to, my friend, this is what he has said to do. Last year he did. Heavens came down. The mountains were leveled. He said, so what am I doing? What am I doing? My friend life is moving. I'm sitting down there. You are not your friend. You are you. Everybody is unique. So know yourself, be sincere to yourself, set the goals that are realistic, that can work with who God has made you to be.
Mm-hmm.
That again is not an excuse for you to be lazy, to be lackadaisical, to be laid back. Because you say, I want to go at my pace, nobody should hurry me. Nobody should. Again, we should also motivate ourselves to be a better version of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So set your realistic goals, be sincere with yourself, strive to put in more effort, push yourself a little more to achieve more. Because the truth of the matter is you cannot eat your cake and have it. Is it that you pay the price of discipline and focus and achieve your goals, or you enjoy your indiscipline and lack of focus, and yet you are still at the same point that you are. So know yourself, be sincere to yourself, and get disciplined in achieving it. It's easy to live a soft life. Everybody wants a soft life.
Yeah.
I cannot go and come and kill myself. But again, if you continue in the lane of I cannot go and come and kill myself, you will also end up with finding yourself where you don't want to find yourself. So those are the balances I think we should have.
I remember a saying that says growth does not happen in your comfort zone. You need to develop resilience if you want to actually grow. Sir, over to you.
I think you said it all. So I would say it in two ways. If you do New Year resolutions, or if you're like me that basically just set goals, there are basically some things that you need to know, which is like you said, make sure that it is to you.
Be sincere to yourself.
Personal to you. You know what you want and you know how to achieve it. But I think other things that will add around it is number one, the fact that you set it as a goal at the beginning of the year or as a resolution at the beginning of the year does not mean that there will not be points in the year where you probably miss it. You get maybe something you said, say, I want to read my Bible every day. There are chances that something happens, life happens, and you miss out. Do not then say it's New Year resolution. It has happened. I have failed. Then I will do it again 2026. There are chances that it's not going to be smooth sailing throughout.
That's the reality.
Yes. So when those things then happen, you need to be able to come back on track as, okay, I set it at the beginning of the year, I'm not going to do this, I've done it. But then you can still restore yourself back onto that track. I think number two for me is be able to break it down into, don't wake up January and say, this year, 52 calm down.
Calm down.
Don't overwhelm yourself. You understand? Because if you put 52, by the time you are March, you are in the third day of January, you already failed. And by the time you fail, it's like you are carrying a load that is too heavy. You are looking for a place to drop it. So that for me is just make sure that it is realistic. I think the final one for me would be, let me think about it. I think that's those two.
Okay.
Those two.
So from what I can deduce from what you have said, first of all, when you want to make resolutions or you want to make goals, you want to set goals, you have to be sincere with yourself. Know yourself, know the type of person that you are, and be sincere. Don't compare yourself with people because it will affect you. Another thing is to develop discipline. As you have said, you need to be disciplined about it, or you will not achieve anything at all. Also, as you have said, you said split your goals. Oh yes, you have big goals. Everybody has big goals basically, but you need to know that you need to split them so that they are not now cumbersome and you are not able to achieve them. Yeah. So,
and if along the line you miss or something,
To handle
quickly
yourself.
restrict yourself and go. Don't say it is New Year resolution. I will start again in
2025.
2027. No. And I think the third one I wanted to say, let me add it. Is
Okay.
make sure that the goal you are setting is actually within your control.
Okay.
I've seen people set goals that are external to their control. Somebody right now graduated university today. I'm not saying you should not, but graduated university today, and the next thing you're saying is that this year 2025, I want to have 50 million, whatever in my account. It's a goal. It's achievable. But by and large, it's not within your control. You can only do what you can do.
Yeah.
You can say this year I
It
want to
actually
work.
takes a miracle, to be honest.
No,
It's not even realistic.
You know the thing is, you can say I want to work hard.
Yeah.
I want to work towards this. But then there are some goals that, by and large, it's not like you can, even if you do everything you're supposed to do correctly, there's still a chance that it does not happen.
Yeah.
Some of those goals, I feel they are outside of your reach.
Yeah.
So what you can do is set yourself on the path to achieving it. Like I was talking to somebody recently, I said, when I'm in the office, I really do not think about consequences. I think about what am I doing now. So some people, when they are working now, they are doing that work because they want to earn a promotion. The approach I took is I'll do my best. If I do my best,
Promotion will come.
exactly. So don't set goals like I want to be promoted to be the senior manager of my company.
White Elephant projects.
You understand? It's not, that should not, do the best you can do now, and then that will happen. So there are some goals that I feel like they're probably outside of reach. Yes. So do the best you can do, and if that would come, it will come.
Thank you so much, Saz. I really enjoyed this session, to be honest, and it's like an eye opening for me.
Yeah.
So if you are here right now, and maybe you have set
Another
goals,
Which is very realistic, which is what I've had somebody actually told me this year.
Yeah.
okay,
Person basically said that I opened a TikTok account, and by the end of the year, I'm going to have 1 million followers. It's not within your control.
Yeah.
You can put up the best
content.
Yeah.
and you may not get more than, and it's possible that you just put the content that does not make sense, and
And
you
then
get
you
that
are
1 million.
viral.
You understand? So
Yeah.
there are some goals that you can only do the best you can do.
Yeah.
The end product is not within your control.
So as they always think, do your best and leave the rest. So this new year, do your best. Be disciplined. Be focused. Pray to God, and just do your best, and all will be well. Do you have like any parting words?
Yeah, for me, one time or two time information minister in Nigeria has a saying that used to say at events, said, if you are a singer, sing well. If you are a teacher, you teach well. If you are a what again? If you are a doctor, you doctor well. So for me, my parting shot is we should never stop at getting better.
Yeah.
Our lives, our relationships, everything we do, we should always strive to get better. We should always give people a better version of ourselves again and again and again. We shouldn't be predictable such that the way they met us last year, 2 years ago, is still the same way that we are. We should keep getting, and to me, primarily, that is the main objective of resolutions, to get better. Yeah. So let's have this challenge personally, okay? Like daily reviews too. How did I do today? My relationships, my attitude, keep getting better. Keep having a better version of yourself.
And with that, we have come to the end of today's podcast. Please do well to follow us on all our social media handles. It will probably be displayed on the screen right now, or it will be in the description box. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for always watching us. And to become your way next time, this is Unveiled Truths, where faith meets real life conversation. Bye.
Bye.